Today, a transgender woman opened fire at a Catholic school in Minneapolis during the morning mass. Unfortunately, 2 children, ages 8 and 10, were killed and 17 others were injured. The shooter was a man who identifies himself as a woman, 23-year-old Robert Westman, and he died by suicide in the church parking space.
The coward that shot these victims took his own life in the rear of the church. That coward has been identified as 23-year-old Robin Westman. No prior criminal history. As to the weapons used to perpetrate this horrific attack, there was a rifle, a shotgun, and a pistol. All 3 had been lawfully purchased by the shooter. At this stage, we believe that the shooter had acted alone.
U.S. Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem called this individual a deranged monster in a post on X. And of course, I agree with her 100%. The FBI is treating this as a domestic terrorism case. This person was targeting Catholics and even President Trump based on the writing that he had on his weapons. Meanwhile, Minnesota Governor Walz, who could have been the United States Vice President, he continues to brag that his state is a safe haven for trans people.
Minnesota ranks the highest per capita for being a safe haven for transgender individuals in Minnesota. And
of course, there are political ramifications to this grotesque act of violence. The Democratic Party seems to be the party that stands on the side of transgender rights and also does everything to prevent Donald Trump with his anti-crime initiative. I wonder how the Democratic Party is going to respond to this.
This shooting, by a terrible coincidence, just happened as the Democratic National Committee was wrapping up its meeting in Minneapolis this summer, which was filled with Trump bashing and especially bashing of the president's anti-crime initiative, where Democrats have placed themselves completely against what the president is doing, with a majority of Americans saying they support and they approve of what President Trump is doing on the issue of crime. It just puts Democrats completely on the wrong side. So what you have now is this really terrible, weird confluence of the Democrats bashing Trump on crime, this terrible crime happening in Minneapolis,